One, two, 1, 2. Good morning. Haven't tested my microphone out before I've come on, but look, I've just 1, 2, 1, 2. What's that all about? And it looks like it's working. Hello, Stephen Mordew here again. Late, 9:30. Well, what's late? I suppose late's only relative to the time you would usually do something. But it's 9:30. I've got a meeting at 10. Had a nice dog walk and a chat with one of my neighbours, and made myself a vanilla chai because it's far too late now to be drinking coffee. And thought, what should I talk to the good people about today? And again, what you're reading kind of fuels the kind of things that are foremost in your head, doesn't it? I suppose. And what I'm reading at the minute got me thinking about two things really: the disconnect. Something that I often talk about. I often start with this when I'm talking about when I'm doing presentations on self-care um, and productivity. Is this disconnect between knowing what we need to do, what we should do, and actually doing it. And there's a huge bit in the middle there, isn't there? There's a huge bit in the middle there where we think we know that we should get 8 hours sleep or thereabouts. We know that exercise is good for us. We know that eating that other cake is not good in the long run. We know all of those things. Um, Yet we don't then make the connection to actually doing something about that. One of the reasons is that we have a predilection. Is that the word? Have I used that word this week already? It seems familiar to me. We are predisposed to instant gratification. We are predisposed to doing something and getting an immediate buzz from it. It's how here we are in Facebook world or in Twitter world. If you followed the link from there, it's how social media works. We are inquisitive creatures. We love something new, something shiny, something kind of that we've never seen before. We love novelty. Um, so when something pops up, we think, "Oh, I wonder what that is." We go off and have a look at it, don't we? So we have this predisposition to short-term pleasure and delight, whereas something that requires a long-term commitment, we have little desire, I suppose, to seek to achieve those things. Um, so that's an interesting thing that we need to think about, because one of the things, I suppose, is that we set goals in particular ways, don't we? And we sometimes set goals in unhelpful ways. So we make decisions about things that are way off in the future, like me at the minute. Okay, here's the personal element of this. Me at the minute, in my head, is looking at myself in the mirror, thinking, "You're a bit on the large side. There's a bit too much of it. Probably, I'm going to blame lockdown. I might as well. Um, there's a bit more of you than there used to be, and there's a bit more of you than there used to be, than there used to be, than there used to be. Yeah. So it's this steady, um, incremental approach to a negative goal, which is becoming weightier. Um, and so at the minute, I'm thinking about I need to lose weight, and this is a thing that's occupied my mind pretty much all of my life, and I still haven't found the solution. Um, So I'm thinking about that at the minute, and the argument would go, because we are so focused on, because um, we like short-term gratification, we like short-term buzzes. The secret is not to think I am going to try and achieve a weight of stone in the future, but is to think, if I eat healthily today, I'll feel better. If I drink no alcohol tonight, I'll feel better in the morning, because then that appeals to our our instant gratification. It appeals to something where we're going, I'll feel good now. oh, I like feeling good now. Now's a good time to experience and feel things, rather than um, rather than contemplating things that are a long way off. Um, Rather than setting goals that are a long way off. Everything will be all right when I'm stoned. You know, it probably won't be. There'll be just something else to deal with, won't there? That's the reality of life, isn't it? There's always something that we're working on. That's good. I think that's good. But there's always something we're working on, something that we're trying to improve. So I suppose it's that things that I talk about a lot are, breaking your big elephants down into small bite-sized chunks, and it's that power of small wins, isn't it? If I think, well, today I'm just going to drink less coffee, and I drink less coffee, I think, wow, well done. And I think, right, tomorrow I'm going to not drink any alcohol, and I don't drink any alcohol. I think, well, that's great, I did that. And I think, well, I'll not eat too much bread today. It's those kind of things that give you little buzzers that kind of keep motivating you on. Anyway, this isn't what I was going to talk to you about. What I was going to talk to you about, and it's in the title, was this rational decision maker versus instant gratification monkey. We all have in our brains, and this is an idea. Let me just get this up on my screen. This is an idea from a guy called Tim Urban, and I'll post the link to his YouTube video about this because I'm sure he will explain it with much more hilarity. The YouTube video is really good, and if this little vignette interests you, then go off and watch his video. It's really fun. So have a look at that. So we all have contained within ourselves an instant gratification monkey. Um, we want to experience pleasure and delight and have fun and games and frivolity in the moment. And we also have in our brains a rational decision maker that looks at something that's ahead of us and says, well, we probably shouldn't do that. We probably shouldn't eat that cake because we want to weigh less in the future. So the rational decision here would be um, for you not to eat the cake, because if you don't eat the cake, that's going to help you achieve goals. But your instant gratification monkey is going, cake! I just want cake. And it's the same. It's the same in the workplace. So if we look at that self-care, well-being, productivity umbrella, it's the same in the workplace. It's kind of like, if I got on with this task that I need to do, I'd get that task done. But what I could do is I could do these other things. I could chat with colleagues. I could shuffle these papers around. I could play around with my diary. I could do whatever. But when I'm meant to be getting on with this task, playing around with your diary is a good thing as long as it's a thing you need to be doing. And the instant gratification monkey says, well, do all these things. Go put the kettle on, talk to people. And the rational decision maker is going, well, yeah, I know, but really, if we did this, then that'd be out the way, so we'd have a better tomorrow. So there's this constant kind of battle in your heads, and it's reminiscent to me of Daniel Kahneman's System 1 and System 2. And System 1 is that part of your brain that kind of just responds instinctively. Oh, that looks nice, I'll do that. Oh, that looks nice, I'll do that. Whereas System 2 is the more deliberate part of your brain, the more controlled part of your brain that says, well, let's have a good look at this, let's have a rational look at this, and figure out what we're going to do with it. And then let's deliver on that plan. That's part of the problem, isn't it? Part of the problem with a plan, having a plan is maybe the easiest part of the planning process. Delivering on the plan, paying attention to the thing you need to do is probably the hardest part. So we've all got this instant gratification monkey in our heads that just wants us to have fun in the short term, and we've all got this rational decision maker. But we have another um, thing in our brain called the panic monster, and the panic monster, who is dormant most of the time, looks down on the monkey going about its business. And I always watch the video, watch Tim Evans' video. I always think the panic monster must just sit there going, yeah, I see what's happening here. This person here wants them to do this, and this monkey here wants them to just have fun and see what's going on. And the panic monster kind of just keeps looking down the line at the deadline, at the end date, at the weigh-in day, and just sits there. Because doesn't think to intervene, because he thinks, well, the rational decision maker is here to intervene. Let's see how the rational decision maker gets on with this. And then at the last possible moment, the panic monster goes, shit! Oh no! Panic! Panic! instant gratification monkey, get out of the way. We've got this thing to do. The rational decision maker's been telling you about it all along. We need to do this thing. And you go into this free fall panic state, triggering your stress response, triggering all of that stuff, all of the adrenaline and cortisol, and then you can't focus because you're in the panic monster has taken over the world. Your rational decision maker is pushed to one side because I've just got to do this, and your instant gratification monkey is pushed to one side because I've just got to do this. When actually, if we'd set ourselves deadlines and parameters and planned and broke the task down into smaller tasks, we might have been in a position where the panic monster was looking at things going, oh, we're doing all right here. Yeah, the monkey's had its day, and we've had a bit of fun, and the rational decision makers had its day, and we've got a few things done, so all is well. You know, the instant gratification monkey loves no deadlines, loves no structure, loves it when it's like, what do we do next? The rational decision maker wants it to be all ordered, and we have to have fun. That's part of life. We also have to get stuff done. So there's this constant battle between the rational decision maker and the instant gratification monkey, and then every so often the panic monster jumps in. What's the secret? I'm not going to talk about it now because you know the secret. The secret is planning. The secret is to make sure that you're doing the right thing that you need to do at the right time, and allow, when you've got time, to just satisfy those immediate responses. When there's a gap in your calendar, go for it. Go for it. And let the monkey run free for a while. But let the rational decision maker sort stuff out first. Okay, have good days. And it's Thursday the 19th of August. It's 9:45. Hopefully see you in the morning to tell you that Friday is the most important day of next week. Have fun. Bye.